Yo. What's up with you guys today? So right now I'm really just trying to figure out get Twitch popping up, but Twitch ain't working right now. So it looks like I'm gonna be doing this podcast strictly on YouTube and Kick. I really want to try to get it on Twitch today, but it's just not connecting. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the way I used to have my thing set up before, but Got some big topics to talk about today too. Topics, especially with the shit Cmpunk said in the beginning of the episode. Alright, I think I did fix it. Okay, we're live on Twitch. The first time. My fucking band. Oh, this is lit. Alright, boom. Camera. Oh shit, where from my camera? Alright. So today I actually found like a big I found like a better website that I can go on to find like my my reviews and stuff like that, or my WWE reviews. I went on Bleacher Report. I'm still trying to find other websites, but eventually I'm going to get to a point where I just start like writing my own scripts and shit. That's pretty much kind of like what I did today. Like, I'm actually trying to get to a point where I actually can just write my own scripts, so I don't have to like go on Bleacher Reports. So I already like just know what I want to say on deck type shit. I kind of I'm not even mad at the last podcast that I did, because when I posted the clips, like the clips actually did pretty good. Like they did like pretty well. Like they was getting like views and stuff, and people were tapping in. So I could tell like this is something I want to do, and I'm gonna continue doing this. People fucking with the videos, people fucking with the content. So yeah. But WWE Raw results. Okay, boom. On the heels of an industry-shaking Elimination Chamber premium live event, WWE Raw on Netflix had plenty of questions to answer and a championship-studded lineup. Rhea Ripley defended her Women's World Championship against Io Sky, while the World Raiders put their World Tag Team Championship on the line against the Creed brothers. why I said it like that, against the Creed brothers. Lyra Valkyria also defended her women's intercontinental championship against Ivy Nile, who emerged victorious from the contestants. And what went down when Cmpunk and Seth Rollins were under the same roof as Cmpunk Center in Buffalo, New York, just 48 hours after the latter cost his rival a shot at headlining WrestleMania 41. Okay, boom. So the announced in advance Monday night show was an appearance from Punk, Rollins, Gunther, Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, then a Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile, the World Tag Team Championship, the World Raiders versus the Creed Brothers. All right. And I would go to I'm probably gonna go on my notes. So pretty much like we start the show off with a very angry CM Punk. Like when he made his way out to the ring, you could tell this man was like mad, like off the jump. Like I could already tell like he was finna like go and like talk his shit. So pretty much he makes his way down to the ring with like mad aggression, pulling off the announcer table. I hyped CM Punk to turn. Oh shit, what the fuck? I hyped CM Punk, he turned to the crowd and he asked them, what the hell do you want to talk about? And then he looked at like the announcers and then he asked Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, like, what do you like, who should I talk about? Who should I talk shit about first? They said The Rock. So first thing he said, he was like, first thing he said, he was like, oh, let me get in onto this like bald headed type dude. He starts off with calling him a bald fraud, telling him that you're messing with the best in the world. He says The Rock is having a midlife crisis. He says that The Rock thinks that he's a bigger star than the WWE stars. He's never been so desperate to sell his soul. He goes in on Cena and he says he's turned on the fans. He said he stole something from him. And at the Elimination Chamber, hustle, loyalty, respect for all these years. But really, he was just telling a fast bullshit, saying you gave up at the Elimination Chamber, saying you gave up on yourself, you gave up on the people, you gave up on the kids, when you were gonna wish you never did. Low-key like dissing him because he does the Make-A-Wish shit. He goes after Rollins and says Becky Lynch should get her man before he ends up putting him in a wheelchair. And then right after that, Seth Rollins make an entrance down to the ring ramp. But before he even can get to the ring, CM Punk already like rushes to him, like he already instantly just wanted this, like, I'm gonna tussle, I wanna fight, let's get this shit started. Security tries to like stop them and hold them back. They end up like brawling all the way into the ring. But these guys are just going at it from the anger, and from both wrestlers and Rollins confusing Punk has finally boiled over to the point where they're pulling hair and shooting middle fingers. This is awesome chants exploded throughout the building. The crowd is loving seeing Punk and Rollins tear each other apart. Like when I was watching the match and I was seeing like not the match, but like pretty much like the introduction of Raw and like the fact that CM Punk like went at each fucking, can't even get the word to say. This is the fact that like when Punk like started the show, right? He came out there, he started talking shit about The Rock, saying you ain't shit. He started saying Cena, you ain't shit, and then he went on Punk and saying that you ain't shit. Like Punk has like built up like a whole lot of enemies since coming to Raw, and I'm actually like really liking it. And I want to see where he's going to like end up going with like feuding with all of these wrestlers in the up and coming like months before WrestleMania. All right. Said top moments and take keyways. I'm liable to get us kicked off Netflix right now, Punk said. I've never been so delusional to wear a fake title and proclaim myself as the people champion because I don't deserve it. I earn it. The Punk warned The Rock. You've been so yeah. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce announced Rollins and Punk will face each other inside of a steel cage next week on Monday Night Raw. This is low-key going to be their second match that they're doing, like within like this year. And I'm guessing they're going to have another match at WrestleMania. And I feel like this is at the point where they're probably going to end up bringing back Roman Reigns to possibly do the triple threat match at WrestleMania. Because, like, do you really want to see, like, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins again one-on-one at WrestleMania? And then I'm low-key wondering, like, how is this steel cage match going to be? Like, I really feel like they're going to tear the building down. Like, Punk and Rollins in the steel cage match, it's going to be fire. But I just wonder how the shit is going to play out. Is there going to be like any shenanigans? All right, and then we go off into the next match: Otis versus Gunther. I'm honestly surprised that this match was. Well, I'm not surprised because literally last week he literally like beat the shit out of Tozawa. Bickering with the Judgment Day backstage led to Finn Balor telling Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez that he would deal with Braun Breaker on Monday night. Back in the arena, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther squared off with Otis in a follow-up to the ring general's attack on the big man's a week ago. The match was a brilliant display of a believable badass champion pushed to the brink by the man whose abilities are beyond the comedy persona he has become synonymous with. Otis went blow for blow with one of the best strikers in business for a moment and had fans pulling the pretty much the unthinkable. Ultimately, Gunther outlasted Otis and scored the win with an impressive powerbomb. After the match, he continued his attack until Jey Uso hit the ring and made a save, seemingly chasing his WrestleMania opponent off. A-Town down under Austin Theories and Grayson Waller attacked Uso despite clearing them out of the square circle. The babyface fell prey to a chokeout from the ring general, who stood tall to close out the segment. A great match between the two talented heavyweight and a WrestleMania hype. This was a follow-up to last week's segment involving the competitors set for the stage to fend off Theory and Waller in the upcoming weeks. It's kind of crazy. Gunther versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania. I feel like I'm happy that Jey Uso is competing to go against Gunther for him at the WrestleMania, but I low-key wish the feud would just have just a little bit more spark to it. Like, it's going off like crazy, like pretty good for the most of it, but I feel like the feud just needs just a little bit more, like just a little bit more. And then we had A-Town. Then we had pretty much A-Town down Austin Theory, pretty much like attacking Grayson. Oh fuck, I'm fucking up. All right, pretty much. So pretty much the way I feel about like this not I want to say mini rivalry, but it's pretty much like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I low key feel like they should have been like one of them should have turned on each other. Obviously, Austin Theory is about to be a babyface. Grayson Waller is going to be the heel in this like little rivalry. But I'm trying to think like, when are they going to like pull the trigger? Is it going to be at WrestleMania or something like that, where they have like a big like one of them multi-man matches, and in the match Austin Theory just does some crazy outlandish shit to turn on Grayson Waller, you know? Or top moments and takeaways. Backstage, Morgan told Rodriguez to keep an eye on the Women's Intercontinental Championship, hinting at the next program for whoever emerges on Monday's night titles match. Rodriguez for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I don't know. I could tell it'd be a good match. It would definitely be a good match. But imagine like imagine like Rodriguez were to win and like take the title off of like Valkyrie, and she'd be like a two-time champion. Like she's carrying like the tag team title and the Intercontinental. That'd be pretty cool. The Women's Intercontinental Championship match: Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile. Backstage, Karrion Kross manipulated AJ Styles into calling out Logan Paul next week at Madison Square Garden. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul would fucking cook. Like, a lot of people hate Logan Paul as like a personality or a person, but when it comes to him being in the ring, bro, like, he's mad different. He's like, it's a whole different person. It's like he was built to be a wrestler before he even became a wrestler, and it's crazy. So like AJ Styles versus Logan Paul, oh, that is a match that I would love to see. Yeah, like they could have like one little spot at WrestleMania, and I just know like it would literally blow the roof off the building. In the arena, women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria squared off with Ivy Nile with gold on the line. Nile controlled through the commercial break, working on the left knee of her opponent and slowing the pace of the match. At that point, when I was watching that shit, like she literally had like Lyra's fucking like leg like wrapped around the back of her neck, carrying her around like Brock Lesnar type style, like. Valkyria fought back and attempted a Nightwing at one point, but the champion tweaked her knee and opened herself to a sit-out powerbomb for the challenger. Now, Nile continued to torture Valkyria via her injured limb, but the ill-fated running boot into the corner missed and allowed the champion to deliver a Nightwing for the gutsy victory. This was a strong match that highlighted Nile, improved Valkyria's grit and resilience. Both women came out of this stronger than they went in. Bro, I read like a child. What the fuck? I don't know if it's because I need glasses. This was a strong match that highlighted Nile, improved Valkyria's grit and resilience. Both women came out of this stronger than they went in. And more importantly, the title continued to build credibility and momentum on the back of the quality of the ring battle. Results: Valkyria defeated Nile to retain. Grade C. The match, yeah, I would give it a C. It's not like, it wasn't like making me like stuck on it, but it was a like decent match. The top moments to take away: this was the best Niall looked on TV in a while. She was confident and carried her portion to the match to near perfection and shined the brightest in her biggest opportunity today. Using the IC belt as a work rate title, allowing Valkyria to get over as a wrestler's champion is far from the worst idea in the world. Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, Valkyria, she definitely deserves that title. I low-key wanted Dakota Kai to win, and I still do want Dakota Kai to eventually get that belt, but Valkyria holding on to it is definitely bringing like prestige to the belt for the women's. Adam Pearce big NYC announcement and Ludwig Kaiser promo. Backstage, Adam Pearce caught up with Rollins in their tense confrontation ended with Backstage, Adam Pearce caught up with Rollins in their tense confrontation ended with the Raw GM informing the Visionary that he would square off with Punk next Monday. In the ring, Ludwig Kaiser cut a promo with Penta, which brought the luchador to the square circle. A physical back and forth concluded with the babyface wiping out the German at the ringside with a dive and standing tall to close things out. This was a rare miss on the show, a segment that accomplished little but did remind the audience that Penta and Kaiser had unfinished business. This was nothing but a burger of a statement, unfortunately, and it did not give the fans a reason to stay excited for Penta's battles with Kaiser's more than already had been. Backstage, Bianca Belair continued to plead her innocence in the attack that took Jade Cargill out and put her out on the shelf. Through her demeanor continues to suggest that it's not what it seems. Okay, so there's a lot to take in with that right there. I'm trying to see what they're gonna do when it comes to like this feud with Ludwig and Penta. Obviously, Penta and Ludwig, they're both like amazing wrestlers. Penta is still pretty new. Something that I was thinking about today, I wish they never got rid of Da Vinci, because what I just found out today, Rey Fenix is like a free agent, and all I'm thinking now, this would be a perfect like tag team feud, like fantasy booking, but that would have been like a perfect tag team feud that they could have did with Da Vinci and freaking Ludwig versus Penta and Rey Fenix. I just wish I low-key I wish they can find a way to bring him back at this point. It would be the smartest thing in the world. And when it comes to like both of them like feuding, like honestly, like I can already tell like the match that they're going to do is going to be like top tier. I don't know about the promo work. I gotta see more. I gotta see more with them. Then we have the world's. Oh yeah. Before I get into that, and when it comes to Bianca Belair in this whole situation with Jade Cargill, I'm starting to think Bianca isn't as innocent as she thinks she is, because she's going to WrestleMania to go against Io Sky. And if you watch WWE Raw last week, she low-key interfered in the match. And I feel like that might be a reason that might end up people being like, oh, no, we have to like rerun the match. Rhea Ripley probably wants a rematch or something like that. It's going to be some way, somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to get turned into a triple threat match, because I feel like there's no way Rhea Ripley is not going to be at WrestleMania this year. There's no way. It's going to end up being, and I feel like I don't know how they're going to do it, But when it does end up being like a triple threat match, I feel like what's going to end up happening is Jade Cargill is going to attack Bianca Belair, costing her the match, costing her to lose the title at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley, she's going to be battling for the title. Now, when it comes to taking that belt off of Io, I don't think they're taking it off of her. I think they're going to keep it on her. I think Rhea Ripley is going to lose, is not going to win that, is not going to win at WrestleMania. But that's only if they have that triple threat match. If it does just only becoming Bianca Belair and Io's winning, and Jade Cargill is going to attack Bianca Belair somewhat like mid-match. I'm telling you guys. All right. So we got the World Tag Team Championship, the World Raiders versus the Creed Brothers. In a pre-tape video, Chad Gable finally made it to Mexico and received a mystery box from the man whose name was given to him by Dominic Mysterio. Back in the arena, Gable's American-made teammates Julius and Brutus Creed challenged the World Raiders for the World Tag Team Championship. A physical battle for the top prize in the tag team division ensued, with the challengers using their uber athleticism to gain control of the match and cut the champions off from each other. Eric and Ivar fought their way back into the consistent. Oh God. Eric and Ivar fought their way back into the contest, and after a wicked running crossbody sandwiched Julius Creed between the ladder and the LED apron. Bro, let me tell you, I'm watching this shit. And I see, all I remember, because I turned my head for just like a split second, and all I can remember is seeing like freaking, I think it was Ivar running into Julius Creed, like sitting, when how he was sitting down, big ass dude just splashes right onto him. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Ivar in the ring, like this man is like a complete like beast. But pretty much like Eric and Ivar fought their way back into the ring. So pretty much like after that, like he rolled to the victory with the War Machine to Brutus. This was another highlight reel for the Creeds, who showed out. They proved they might be a premier tag team in WWE today. With that said though, it was bigger, stronger, and nastier War Raiders who emerged victorious. Whether they can fend off the American-made longer is another question. If they have another match, I feel like low-key it's time to give the Creed brothers like a chance at the titles. Creed brothers deserve it. Like they put on a show night after night after night. Every time they're in the ring, they do like amazing, crazy shit. Like the way Julius Creed, not even just Julius Creed, just the way the way the Creed brothers were moving in that ring last night was just like pure, like crazy. Like I've never seen wrestlers wrestle the way they wrestle. Like it's different. With the athleticism of wrestlers the size of Ivar and Creed's on display throughout this match, it was always impressive. The 450 splash from Brutus and the shooting star press from Julius was extraordinary. Bro, Julius, I ain't gonna lie, like top tier shooting star press. Like it was perfect. And the 450 splash from Brutus, I didn't even think a dude his size can even pull moves like that. To the two teams that have done tremendous work in helping out put the Raw tag team division back on the map. The Judgment Day targets Braun Breaker. In an interview between Jackie Redmond and the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker was interrupted on the arrival of the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, who wasted little time talking trash and claiming that he was an untouchable in the ring. Breaker exited the stands and entered the ring, where he targeted the Irishman, only to be confronted by Carlito and Dominic Mysterio. After wiping them out, he found himself on the defense against Balor. The champion recovered and chased the Prince off, then leveled Carlito to put an exclamation point on the segment. It appears that Breaker's path to WrestleMania runs through the Judgment Day. While that it may not be appealing to everyone, it is the perfect use of everyone involved, especially without anything more significant to do to come to April 19th to 20th. Balor is a great opponent for Breaker, and if Mysterio is inserted into the match, it only serves to further the Judgment Day tension. Is it time to break up the Judgment Day? Like, I feel like the Judgment Day should have been ended, and it's best for them to all go their separate ways. Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez can go do their own little thing, or even at a point like Dominic can do his own. He could do his own thing. He could do a singles run. He has enough heat. People like him enough to where, like, I think they were like mess with him a lot. Yeah, I think it's time to break up the Judgment Day. All right, Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Oh my God, that was a great ass match. That was a great match. I was watching it from top to bottom. With a day against Bianca Belair for the Women's World Championship, awaiting the winners Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley defended against Io Sky in the main event of Monday's show. After the Eradicator utilized her power and the size to her advantage, Sky slowed things down and targeted the left arm of her opponent. Ripley shook it off and delivered a missile dropkick that stunned the challenger but failed to put her away. The genius of Sky continued to focus on her attention on the left arm, looking to take away some of her opponent's power advantage. Each woman threw everything they had at each other, but it was Sky who delivered her over the moonsault, only to have Rhea heights eventually come to as a play. She managed to drape her foot onto the bottom rope to preserve her title reign. At that point, when that happened, I thought like Io was like gonna win that shit. But then when she did that, when she put her leg on a rope, that's when I was like, oh nah, Rhea Ripley's winning this shit. The champion caught Women's Elimination Chamber winner Bianca Belair applauding Sky. She confronted her. The distraction allowed Sky to recover enough to counter a riptide from the top rope with a Hurricanrana to deliver an over the moonsault for the win in the title. This was a strong match that was connected by necessary interference of Belair, assuming the plans for all three women to clash at the WrestleMania stage. Sky winning here was the only way to get to that point. The genius of the Sky could not afford a loss. Belair was already solidified for the big show, and Ripley is bulletproof from a creative standpoint. Ripley can invoke her rematch and slide into the WrestleMania match against Sky and Belair, and that would be legitimate a main event any other year. Hold up. Something I'm realizing, it's going to be a lot of goddamn triple threat matches at this goddamn fucking WrestleMania. Like, it's going to be a lot of triple threat matches. You have Cmpunk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, a possible triple threat match. Then you're also going to have Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, possible triple threat match. And then I don't even know what they're going to be doing for the United States in the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Hopefully, there's just going to be some one-on-one matches, not no multi-man matches. I'm tired of that. Please, no, please. I don't want to see the Andre fucking battle, the Andre big giant trophy shit. No, we don't want to see that. No more Royal Rumbles. The top moments and takeaways. I said Commander. Commentator Michael Cole had a great stat. Guy achieved 2 victorious over Rhea Ripley into the just my overall grade. So if I can give him like an overall grade for the show, like in my opinion, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. It was a pretty good show. Pretty good show. There was like moments when it got to the Braun Breaker and a Finn Balor segment. I wish somebody got speared. Yeah. And the Penta and Ludwig. It was alright. It was a alright segment. It's showing off something between their two rivalry that it could really boil over in the near future. I don't know where they're going with it right now, but I can tell they're doing something with it. When it comes to Ivy now and Lyra Valkyria, good ass match. Low key, I think it's time for Valkyria to get ready to drop that title pretty soon. Not now, but probably like 3 months from now. Give it to Dakota Kai. I really do want to see Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria for the Intercontinental title and have Dakota Kai winning that shit. But that is going to be it for the podcast today. Probably still won't be streaming. I'm probably gonna still be streaming. Maybe I might do NXT today, but last time I got copyrighted and banned, and I look ain't trying to get banned on Twitch, but they got the Hardys on tonight, so give me a sec. But for the people who popped up to the podcast and watched, thank you for showing up, and I'm going to make sure to have clips and shit like that posted. Everything will be edited and stuff, make it like a little better for people to see. But yeah, I'll be back here Friday night to do Friday Night SmackDown. And when it comes to NXT, I thought about doing a podcast for NXT, but in my opinion, I'd rather just do like a commentary video, do that, make a little audio edit on CapCut. I don't feel like doing a podcast for NXT. It's too exhausting. I already gotta do Raw, and this Raw is like 3 hours. SmackDown is 2 hours, so it's like let me add NXT.